Hi, and welcome to 15 Minutes of Fame. I'm Jeffrey Driscoll.
And I'm Jim Kerr.
Well, Jim, the interns have been hard. The 15 Minutes of Fame interns have been hard at work this whole week.
We had a behind-the-scenes reality show, and we've picked an intern. He can't come on camera, though.
No, you absolutely can't come on camera. Stay behind. Yeah, don't come out.
That coffee you made me earlier? Gross.
Exactly. All right, good.
Not going to have a second cup.
Second cup. We're going to get back to our show now. There are 4 teams left in the NHL. Jim, in the West, it's Vancouver and San Jose, and in the East, it's Boston and Tampa Bay. Let's start with the Canucks Sharks. What have we seen? What have we seen from these two clubs in the first 2 rounds?
I think in all of their games so far, we've seen kind of an inability to close teams out.
Definitely.
Especially maybe for Vancouver.
Yeah.
We saw it this past round in San Jose. But, I mean, Detroit's not a bad team.
What?
They ended up pulling it out in Game 7, just like Vancouver did.
Just like Vancouver did.
But they also, Vancouver had a knack for giving up the bad goal against Nashville, like very bad goals, very inopportune goals. So I think what we're going to see this round is both teams trying to figure it out. Maybe if neither team has an ability to close out the other, we'll see some 4 overtimes.
Yeah, I was going to say, 4 overtimes, Game 7 for sure. Bet it.
Yeah, and I think in this series is going to come down to goaltending for me. And Antti Niemi's been outstanding. Roberto Luongo has been letting in those kind of from below the goal line, off his back type goals. So I think we're going to see. I think it's going to be a great series.
You think so? See, and then this is the thing: is that San Jose Detroit series is absolutely fantastic, especially the play that was going on there. But I mean, from out of the West, at least from both sides, you've got some storylines that are the same stuff. Like Patrick Marleau's not showing up, neither the Sedins. Joe Thornton's doing okay now, and so's Ryan Kesler now. And then you're seeing an inability to close out teams. I don't know if maybe it'll just be a boring series, or maybe they're going to both get their in gear, and it's going to be a fantastic one.
It could that could be the case, but San Jose, their youth has been the Setaguchis, the Pavelskis, those guys. They've been the real difference, and I think Ryan Clough could be an impact player in this round. But I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty exciting series.
That's fantastic. What are you looking for in the East, Jim? I mean, we have 78 years worth of goaltending squaring off. When we look back at the series, what are we looking at?
I think it's going to be special teams, and I think Tampa Bay will be the special team.
Yeah,
I think they're good. You have to say that it's going to be a bit of an upset if they end up pulling it out. But they've got the power play going, they've got the penalty kill going. Boston's power play isn't even in double digits.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe that?
So far through 2 rounds of playoffs. Yeah. So that quite often it'll come down to special teams, and I think in this case that's accentuated by the fact that Boston's PK isn't that good, and their power play is atrocious to this point.
What I'm worried about is, of course, I'm on the top of my playoff pool right this instant, and if Tampa Bay wins, then I lose. So. Go Bruins. That's what I'm thinking. I think you're right. You've got 2 absolutely great goaltenders going at it. I think whoever wins from the East, that goaltender could be the MVP. You could see them be the MVP of the playoffs. Rolison is the guy is just a playoff goaltender. It's absolutely something else. But in the end, as much as I do like Chara, I'm thinking just the LeCavier, the St. Louis, and I want to see them win
the fact that they were able to manhandle the Washington Capitals like they did. And a lot of that was driving the net. Yeah. A lot of that was special teams, but they're getting the secondary scoring. Yeah. Even the tertiary scoring at times. But they're getting great performances from a lot of players that that it's good. You don't really expect it from them, but when you get it from them, it puts you over the top. Yeah,
that's right. I mean, Tampa's maybe seen as the biggest underdog, like we were talking about, but they're the only team that's had a recent Stanley Cup in those 4.
Yeah, and it seems like from my count, anyways, and I'm a sad man, but I tried to go through and actually figure this out. As far as I could tell, they have the most Stanley Cup experience in terms of players that have been there.
That's something to say.
To the final. Yeah. Not necessarily winning it out of any remaining team.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely something. Let's stay with the NHL just for the end here. What's the latest on the Atlanta Thrashers, Jim?
a whole lot of nothing right now. There's groups saying that, okay, the ownership wants to sell the team locally, but they've been trying to sell the team locally for quite some time. So that might not be something that's going to end up happening. And of course, there's the True North group just waiting in the wings. Apparently they're trying to negotiate something that would see them move the team to Winnipeg. But I'm starting to feel bad for people in Winnipeg because every time it seems like there's a team coming their way, someone comes out of the wings and says, "No, you know what? We really want to make it work in this market. We believe in
whatever
Glendale
or Atlanta or wherever." No, I hear it comes all down to TV markets too. Is what we're seeing, and hopefully
that's probably a big part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, if they can't find the group that owns the team desperately wants to sell. Yeah. And if they can't find anyone local, I mean,
what are they going to do?
They're not going to keep losing money.
Yeah, that's right. Some sad news. We try not to do very much sad news on this show, but some sad news coming out of New York this week. Derek Boogaard is found dead in his Minnesota apartment. Just 28 years old. I'm 29. Anyway, sounds like the hockey community lost one of the good guys, Jim.
From what I've seen, and I mean, obviously I didn't know the guy, but from what I've seen from, players that played with him, played against him, just knew him from around the league, it sounds like he was one of the good guys. And those types of players often are the big menacing on the ice, big teddy bear off the ice type guys.
Sounds like he was that type of guy.
Yeah, it's just very, very sad news, and of course our condolences to the Boogaard family.
Absolutely.
And all of his former teammates and anyone else that played alongside him.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little basketball. Let's move from hockey. We're deep in the NBA playoffs now. First, the LA Lakers ended up getting swept this week. I mean, it was just absolutely unbelievable. I mean, they lost by 40 points in that fourth game. It was absolutely amazing. What did you think about that?
I was dumbfounded.
Oh, totally.
I didn't expect Dirk to be such a force. I know he's good.
Yeah. It was absolutely.
He seems like a player you'd like.
He is a player. Yeah. You're exactly right. You're exactly quiet, does his thing. Still spectacular. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. It also appears to be, at least for now, the final game for legendary coach Phil Jackson, the Zen Master. He won 11 championships, of course, with the Bulls and with the Lakers. And it was, for right now, it seems like it might be over. There might be some chances somewhere else.
Well, I guess there's rumors flying that the New York Knicks might be in his future, but for now, that's it. That's all.
I like to, don't want to see him, end on such a sour note, but still, I mean, 11 championships. The guy's unbelievable. Yeah. With the Lakers gone, that means a new champ is going to be crowned in the NBA. The Bulls are playing the Heat right now in the East Final. Can the Big Three get past Rose and company? MVP Rose.
That's right. Las Vegas has them 2-1.
Oh, really?
To beat the Bulls, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this series.
Oh, definitely. If anybody can do it, the Bulls can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. James and Wade both said this past week that they also considered taking their talents to Chicago.
Ah, yes. Interesting.
So that another interesting dynamic to the series.
They didn't say Bosch, though. Like, there's we'll leave Bosch in Miami.
Well, Carlos Boozer of the Chicago Bulls said, Miami's got two really good players.
Oh, we're going to move on to the GABBYs now. This is the good and bad by you. We take the best and the worst in the world of sport. Sometimes you guys give it to us. Sometimes we make it up on our own and not make it up, report it on our own. And then we usually make fun of it. So here we go. A good has to be given to Finland's Mikael Granlund for scoring a ridiculous goal at the World Championships on Friday, scooping the puck up onto a stick and doing the Mike Leg lacrosse thing. Did you see this?
Oh,
unreal.
Unbelievable. I had just woken up, believe it or not.
You turn on TSN as you tend to do, and oh my God!
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, just wow.
And in full motion with a player on his back and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Just skills like you wouldn't believe.
What I like is he didn't go down and pick it up. He just
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either. That was fantastic. That's going to be my next move at roller hockey. Watch out, guys.
I'll bring the video camera. Yeah. So apparently Zinedine Zidane and Marco Materazzi have made peace.
Oh, good.
You'll remember those two players from when Materazzi said something, we won't repeat it here, to Zidane during the 2006 World Cup final between Italy and France. Zidane responded by giving him the old headbutt to the sternum.
The old headbutt.
Where you least expect it.
Exactly.
But I guess they've shaken hands and they're all good now. So that's nice.
Well, I'm super happy for them. That's great that they made up. I was really on pins and needles for a little while.
I still think that headbutt is one of the most bad things I've ever seen.
Oh, totally. And, again, you're on 15 cameras, Dane. What did you think was going to happen to you? Come on now. That was never going to work. LA Angels coach Mike Scioscia picked up his 1,000th career win in this past week, the 23rd coach ever to hit that mark with the same club, breaking with baseball tradition, which we know baseball is all about tradition. Mm-hmm. His team got him with the Gatorade shower rather than the old pie in the face on the camera. What do you think?
Can you believe that 23 coaches have hit 1,000 wins with one team?
Isn't that crazy?
Baseball's nuts.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, they got a lot of games per year.
I had to go back and recheck that.
Oh, you had to make sure.
That can't be right.
Right.
23 coaches have won 1,000. Not to take away from Mike Scioscia's achievement, of course.
Absolutely, yeah. What do you think about changing from tradition?
Well,
I don't know. For me, that's a big deal, right? Like, I'm all about the tradition.
So you're a nerd.
Yeah, well, I am like that. So that's interesting. That was the big part for me. 1,000 games, nothing.
Gatorade shower.
It's the tradition.
That's right.
Yeah.
On the bad side of things, we're sticking with the LA Angels.
Good stuff.
Kendry Morales, first baseman for the Angels. He has to get another surgery on his ankle. He's had a tough time with that ankle. Jeff, do you know how he hurt his ankle?
Well, what happened was it was in the 11th inning, and the bases were loaded, and I believe it was against Seattle, and he steps up, hits the homer, rounds first, rounds second, rounds third, comes into the home plate, goes to jump into his the adoring crowd that had from his teammates that had gone there, and shatters his ankle.
Yeah, the old walk-off grand salami. Into a jump to home plate and carted off the field.
Absolutely brutal.
Shattered his ankle. Secondary damage was so bad that he needs another surgery done for the year. Could miss as many as 270 some games.
270 games is a cost. Yeah, is the cost of a walk-off home run in the 11th, which every boy dreams about doing.
My goodness.
Yeah, poor guy. On the bad side still, how about Canada coming home from the World Hockey Championships empty-handed, Jim? For a second straight year, the head of Hockey Canada called it unacceptable, and he's darn right, and criticized some of the younger players who didn't come out. I mean, although we do see that a lot as they criticize who doesn't play that should matter, and I don't think it does. But you come to the World Championships, you got to show up.
I think it was a pretty good club they had.
It was
a good
club.
Who you would really take away from that?
No, exactly. And Eberle played really well, which
yes,
I liked.
He did.
So, but it's absolutely unacceptable. And get your stuff together.
Thank God it's only the World Championships.
Yeah, no, that's
not
true.
Like the Olympics or the World Juniors.
The world would have ended.
Yeah, I mean. As a country, I think we put that maybe third.
Yeah, no,
out of
I
the
agree.
Big three.
Yeah,
but still. I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up the bad side. We're going to go back to the LA Lakers. They lost their cool in that final loss to the Dallas Mavericks.
40 points. They lost by 40 points.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Andrew Bynum delivered an elbow to J.J. Barea, the guy you might remember from last week's episode of 15 Minutes of Fame for getting clotheslined by Ron Artest, the NBA Citizen of the Year.
Absolutely.
So Bynum goes up, throws the elbow, ejected, 5-game suspension. Also got fined $25,000 for taking his jersey off on the way to the dressing room,
Crazy.
Which seems a little strange.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom also got ejected. So Lakers losing their cool on the way out.
Yeah, they lost the game, they lost the series, and they lost their cool, and it's absolutely just brutal the way that they handle things. So
wow, that happens.
It does happen.
Suppose.
Yeah, pro sport athletes. We're gonna move on to quick hits.
Beer league as well.
Yeah, beer league, no kidding. Is diving in hockey getting out of control, especially in these playoffs, Jim?
Well, the NHL has felt it's bad enough that they've come out and said, don't do it.
Exactly.
But when Joe Thornton went down last week and clutched his face.
And he's my guy, too, and
after
nothing.
Yeah, he's a beauty. Yeah. After a one-handed slash on the shin pad.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
No.
Especially not in the playoffs.
Exactly. If San Jose's Patrick Marleau is a beast in the conference final, will we hear anything from Jeremy Roenick again?
I doubt it.
Yeah, no kidding. If you missed it, Manny Pacquiao had the lead singer of Survivor singing Eye of the Tiger as he made his way into the ring over Mosley there last weekend. Is that the coolest live entrance you've ever seen?
I would say yes. The only thing that would maybe match it, Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone.
Oh, absolutely. Walking down, he takes off the glasses.
That's right.
You're writing checks you can't cash. Well, that's our 15 minutes of fame up for this week. Join us again next week when we get a whole new 15 minutes of fame. In the meantime, I'm Jeffrey Driscoll.
And I'm Jim Kerr.
Have a good week, folks.